definitely left the oven on.
Now, if this is you, let me introduce you to the Smart Oven. Much better compared to a regular campfire. No more everlasting open flame that can not only kill those who you love, but also the environment as well with its 24/7 emissions. Totally not making BS selling points for what essentially is a waste of resources to build. Anyways, it's dead simple on how to use. So simply, let me just grab some food here from the fridge. And all you have to do is just place your food on, and it automatically starts cooking for you. I'll just continue to fill it up. Now let's just let the system cook here. I can see as soon as the last food is done cooking, it puts the campfire out, so there's no more flame wherever you're not cooking. And right now it's just on a cooldown, and I can just have the tasty meal. And just after a short bit, there's one last cycle, and there you go, it's done, and it can be ready to be used again just by placing one on. Anyways, now to show how it works, let me just pop into creative mode and go around the back here. It is essentially a 5x5x5 area of the actual design, with not really using the first two, because the first one is just the interior and the other one is the wall. And as you can see, if you recognize it, it uses a CUD, a comparator update detector, because a regular comparator is not actually able to detect food on a campfire. This here is the only method on how to do that. And as you can see, it's pretty compact. It uses a copper bulb, which means you have to build this in the snapshot or in 1.21 once it comes out in later versions. Now, it's pretty well onto a build tutorial here. So here I have the empty shower with the 5x5, the two dispensers that you have, one facing up, one facing down, and kind of like the floor and the spacing where it's just like one block like that. So now let's pretty well go to a build tutorial. So first of all, you get to choose between two colors. You can use the normal orange, or you can use the soul one for a blue color. This time, let's just go for a regular campfire, place it in there, doesn't matter what orientation. After that, you want to place a solid block behind. And then after that, you want to build your CUD, which I'm just going to copy some blocks here. So what you want to do is the first open space behind the campfire, what you want to do is place one down, place a comparator, place another server coming out of that, into a piston, into a cauldron that is filled with water all the way, and then place a solid block here, and there you go, you have your CUD comparator. So then what you want to do from there is essentially, just grab the next clutter. Essentially, you want to place a solid block, leading yourself into a torch, which then goes into a block on both sides there, and then into a repeater, into a observer facing towards the dispenser, and then again a solid block pretty well in the where the wall is. And then at this point here, you can fill up the dispensers with the stuff you want. So the top one is just flint and steel. If you want them to last longer, you can enchant them with unbreaking free, and also place a water bucket in the bottom one. So coming back around to the back here, now is pretty well for the pulse extenders using the comparators. So what you want to do is where this torch here is, go one down and then essentially form a plus shape, and then take up the center, place a comparator facing towards the back, place redstone dust along the top, place a block down with a repeater on max delay, and then you want to make another plus and take out the center and place another comparator, and then put redstone dust along the top like that. And after that, you want to grab a old slab and place it up next to the repeater and place redstone dust on it. After that, you want to give yourself a sticky piston and essentially face it into this solid block here that has the torch underneath it. And then from here, what you want to do is go down here, place the torch on here, grab yourself a copper bulb. So essentially, whatever state this is, if it's on, the optional bell will ding whenever the system is done, and you can reuse the system. Now, if you want to build it with it in the off state, then it'll ding whenever the food's done cooking, but the system hasn't fully reset yet. So anyways, so I'm just building it the same as what I had over here. So I'm just going to grab myself this clutter building block, but again, AO2 building blocks, place a comparator, a repeater, make sure you click on it once, so it looks exactly like that. And then the optional thing here is just to place a solid block here, and to grab yourself a bell and place it on the bottom side of the piston. And then after that, back to the mandatory stuff. Place 2 observers off the comparator and the repeater there, and then place 2 solid blocks so you can place redstone dust on top. And then for the last thing there is place the target block underneath the bomb dispenser that has the water. And then after that, that should be it fully built. As you can see, the campfire is on right now, but you just have to use it one time and it'll fix itself. So let me just put on the food here. As you can see, the system starts. I just let the system cook here. As you can see, it automatically put it out like the other one. And after a short bit, it should stop detecting that the water was removed. And there we go. As you can see, it's off and it's ready to be used again like normal. That is all from me, Million Cow Milk. Have a good day.